Hey cousins. So I figured today we could sit down, chill, relax, and do some chatting. I'm gonna actually move it here. Okay. So I had yarn and a crochet hook, but I don't know where my crochet hook went. So as I look for my crochet hook, go find what you're gonna use. We're gonna sit for about 45 minutes. I'm gonna set my timer, do one row, and we're just gonna chat about whatever comes to mind, right? Well, not about whatever comes to mind. I have like what I have in mind, a little get to know me, a little where I started, why I'm here, and who I am. So go get what you need and be right back. Okay, you ready? All right, so here we are. I have my blanket that's supposed to take me 3 years to finish, and my crochet hook. What do you have? Okay. Whew, I haven't crocheted in a couple weeks. I actually crocheted the other day, but I haven't crocheted besides the other day in like a week and a half. It's been a couple days. I'm just gonna take off a bunch of string. Makes my life easier. Okay, so hi, welcome cousins. My name is Yolanda. Yes, it is spelled with a J, and yes, it is pronounced Yolanda. I am a 31-year-old wife of 7 years and a mom to 4. I have a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old, I did that backwards. I got a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 2.5-year-old. I also have a dog, and I really want a Saint Bernard. So if you do know a Saint Bernard plug, please plug me in. Because my baby is 1. He just turned 1, and I think it's time for another. But don't tell my husband. He's just going to come home one day, and I'm going to have a new puppy. That's what's going to happen. Because I don't want to hear his mouth. You know. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. I think, yeah. I think I wasn't supposed to loop through that one. It just don't look right. Whew, I'm hot. Okay, I'm gonna need to turn the heat down a bit because I think I put it on 90. And 90 was crazy. I just was cold and being dramatic.
Glad to be saying that.
No, I think I messed this one up. Dang it. Okay, so my name is Yolanda. I am 31 years old. My birthday is in September. I was born in Los Angeles, California. My grandmother stayed in Compton. We stayed in a lot of places, but we stayed in Watts, in the circles. If you know, you know. We also stayed off of Figueroa in Manchester. I went to 2 elementary schools. Oops. Nope. Okay, wait. We're gonna turn the follow thing off because why follow? How do you do this? Wait. Go down. Go this way. Okay, I went to pretty much 2 elementary schools. I went to Compton Avenue, and then I went to Weems Elementary School. We moved from Los Angeles to Ohio when I was like 10. I think it's 10. Turning 11, like that year I turned 11, I'm pretty sure. So I graduated from 5th grade there and then moved here, and it was summertime, and then I started 6th grade here. Boom. I have 2 brothers and a little sister. My little sister is 13 years old. What else? That's pretty much the gist of me as a, like, growing up. Oh. Okay, maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Anyhow, I have 4 kids. I have Journey. She is 11. She just turned 11 4 weeks ago. I have Juicy. He is 5. He just turned 5 weeks ago. I have Goddess. She is 4, but we call her G. She just turned 4 like 3 days ago. And then I have Ace. Ace will be 3 in May. And then I have Teddy. He turned 1 sometime in December. I think it was like December 19th. And then I have a husband. My husband he likes to be called Fatty. So I don't call him that. So it's going to be kind of hard to like call him that because he likes to be called that. So I kind of like wanted to respect it a little bit on camera, but we'll see. Anywho, I have a husband. We have been together for 7 years. We met on Facebook, right? I call it Facebook dating, like the dating app, because you know when you're younger you kind of just used it as a dating app and to meet people. So I don't remember who it was, but like back in like long time ago, 2018, at the end of 2018, because I remember my birthday being close by. So it was at the end of 2018. Somebody posted something about playing iPhone games. Somebody else took the bait, fell for it, and we played iPhone games a little bit. I think we hung out like once, but it was never, either we hung out or we like did a FaceTime or something, but it was never anything, right? Keep going. Early 2029. What? 29 is crazy. Keep going. Early 2019. Basically, it all happened again. Who wants to play iPhone games? Somebody fell for the bait, and then we ended up playing iPhone games. But this time, we ended up becoming friends and staying in contact. I did that wrong. What the heck? I'm gonna go crazy trying to crochet. It's as if I don't remember, or it's not like riding a bike. You don't just pick it up and remember. No, I'm very hot. Okay, I want to edit this as little as possible, so we're gonna just keep going. So somebody took the bait, and this time we remained friends. We became friends, and I want to say it was like March of 2019 is like we met, and we just started hanging out. Around September of 2019, we started dating. We moved really, really fast. We ended up moving into together. Then we had our first child in 2020. We moved really fast, but here we are 7 years later. Almost 7 years. Is that 7 years? How long is that? Almost 7 years. Close enough to call it 7 years.
It's like 8.
8 years? 3 years?
Journey was 3.
Yeah, but if we go but we didn't really start dating until 2019. So 2019 until 2026 would be 7 years.
I'm not here.
My husband is right here on the beanbag, of course. The kids are gone at school. So let me tell you my content creation, why, right? Okay, so I pretty much want to answer who, what, when, where, how, and why. So I feel like my who is, no, I didn't answer my who. Did I answer what? What did I answer by saying that? Nothing at all. I'm just oversharing, and that's okay because that's where I am at this big age. I feel like I overshare now at 31 because I don't talk to many people. The most I do, okay, I go to work. I maybe see 3 people while I'm at work, but then I'm just with the kids all day. I'm just with kids all day. So when I see adult people and when I'm talking to adult people, I tend to overshare. Okay, so My who. I guess I already told you who I am. I told you who's in my family. So my who, what, my what. I want to be a content creator. I feel like I can say I am a content creator. I've been creating content for about 3 weeks now, and I have no, well, okay, I just found my first complaint. My first complaint is I'm trying to also, I did a lot of research before I started, right? So, but what the creators that tell you how to do it and what to do and things like that, those creators say be active on the apps that you want to grow in. And those creators say about 10 to 20, you need to like, comment, and repost about 10 to 20 other creators to be active, to get your name out there, get your brand out there, and be seen, right? Well, me doing that, I'm on my phone a lot, right? And it's a lot of dopamine. Can you turn the heat down, please? And with that, it's a lot of dopamine, right? And it is overwhelming. I'm finding myself more overwhelmed and more like agitated than I need to be, I want to be, and I usually am, right? So I need to find a balance. I need to find a balance of, yes, I do want to grow, and I, want to be active on the apps so that I can grow in these apps, but also, not limiting myself in, because my priority is myself. My priority is being a mom and being a wife, and I don't want to leave a sour taste in my kids, myself, or my husband's mouth because I'm over here scrolling too much and getting too much dopamine. You know what I mean? So that is my first and only complaint about doing social media. Besides that, I've been posting consistently for the past, this will be week 3. Before this, so I originally wanted to start a YouTube channel back in 2018 before I met my husband. I used to be really big into YouTube. Not YouTube. I used to be really big into yoga, right? And I used to not always go to a yoga studio. So sometimes when I would just do it at home because there was no class I wanted to go to, I would just do it at home and pull up something on YouTube. Well, there was no YouTube creators around the time that looked like me, right? And that also there was nobody around my little circle in Ohio that did the type of yoga that I was kind of interested in as well, right? I would have had to drive to Detroit, which I did a couple times, but like for instance, trap yoga and like twerk yoga was coming out and becoming a thing around that time, right? So I used to want to do YouTube and, incorporate a couple different things into my channel, but I didn't know how. At the time, I had a mini iPad and a phone. I had my iPhone. I don't know whichever one was out at that time. But I just didn't know how to post. I did not know how to post. And YouTube was new to me, period. All I knew how to look up on YouTube at that time was yoga content. Yoga. So I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to do it. I tried to film one, but it didn't look how obviously the creators looked online. So I thought, maybe this isn't for me, right? But even at the time, I would comment and ask other creators that were posting, hey, how did you do this? Hey, what did you use to do this? Hey, this, hey, that. And nobody really responded. It wasn't a nice, helpful community at that time. You know what I mean? So I gave up that dream. You know what I mean? And I just kept going with my little life. Ended up meeting my husband. Had all my kids. Well, no, stop. I met my husband, and then somebody I worked with at the time had said something about, oh yeah, you gotta find the couple YouTube pages. They are so funny. They are so cool. So I looked up some couple YouTube pages and I thought they were funny. They were cool. So, of course, we're in a new relationship. I asked my husband, well, he's my boyfriend at the time, but I asked him, "Oh, let's do couples YouTube." You know? But what we kind of like agreed on was it was a little more gimmicky than we liked, right? It was a little more whoa, like you have to have a catch for every video. And that's just not us. We're more like calm, chill kind of people. We laugh a lot, but we're not like gimmicky kind of laugh. You know what I mean? We're just in the moment kind of laugh. I don't know. Like I don't want to put on a play, right? I just want to live life. Right? So, we decided not to. And then shortly after, like I already said, I had all my children. So my children are back to back to back. I have three Irish twins, so like two sets and then another set. And then so but while I got pregnant with Juicy, I started looking more things up on YouTube and was just like, oh, they have. First, I was looking up like giving birth because I have never gave birth before. I had been pregnant before and had a miscarriage, like maybe 2016, and so I was just looking up all of the things. What do you pack in your overnight bag? What is your morning like? What is your morning routine? And I found mom content and all things mom. Um, and I was just so like enamored with the culture. And then I got pregnant soon after I had my son. So I was, oh, I'm about to have Irish twins. So what are you guys doing with twins? Because is it gonna feel like that, or close to it? Um, what are you guys doing? Or I would look up um, black moms with twins, or I don't know. I just would look up a bunch of stuff about moms and momming and all of the things. So then I was like, after I had G, I was like, oh, I should do YouTube and post my experience as a mom and do lifestyle content as a mom or mom content, whatever you want to call it. Um, but I think I talked myself out of it because at that time we weren't living in the cutest home. We were living in a home that was paid off. We were living in a two-bedroom, maybe 600, not 600, maybe about 800 square feet. But it was a really small home. It ended up being six of us in that home. It wasn't aesthetic, right? And then all the moms you see on YouTube are aesthetic, right? They look so good, they look so clean. And I wasn't there in my mom journey. I so talked myself out of it. Last year, 2015, when I got my taxes, we ended up moving out of that original home that we started our family in, and we lived somewhere else. So when we moved, I got a camera with my 2025 taxes. And I started doing content. I started posting shorts every day. I was posting 3 shorts a day on most social media platforms. So Threads, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And I did that for about 3 months. And then I ended up running out of storage. So I gave up. And I just made up an excuse. Oh, I don't have no storage. I can't do it. And that excuse just became, it went in the background and I started just doing other things, living life, and kind of forgot about it. So then January hit and I was just like, you know what? I have this camera. I can edit. My husband was telling me to edit long form vlogs on the laptop and do short form on my phone. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. And I'm going to give myself 2 years. If I can't change anything, or if all I want to do is make our yearly income, which is only about $60,000. Not a lot, right? So if I can't make our yearly income in 2 years, then it's just a hobby. And what's wrong with having a hobby? As long as I enjoy it, what is wrong with having a hobby? You know what I mean? Yes, I would like it to be a business. Yes, I would like this, to create my brand and I get paid from this and we no longer have to work and we get to just enjoy ourselves. That's my goal. That's like the biggest goal that I have. But if I can't get there, this could just be a hobby and I could just have fun with it because right now I'm just having fun with it. It is a fun thing to do and I'm learning also, right? I'm learning the background behind and the to-dos of posting, right? I had to find music. I have to edit. Somebody just said, I just watched a video about correcting the color. So today with this video, I think is going to be my first one that I'm going to try to play with it and change the color a little bit to fit it and be a little more vibey. And then also, people are like, if you can't find the content that you want to watch, be the content that you want to watch. Make the content that you want to watch. And I want to watch regular, degular 30-year-old mamas. I feel like a lot of 30-year-old moms are homemakers or they are luxury, and I am not a luxury type of girly. I am not so much a homemaker type of vibe either. I would like to be, you know what I mean? And I do bake and I'm in the kitchen all the time. I cook. I like to cook dinner. It's like a favorite pastime of mine. But I would more categorize, like if I have to categorize myself, I would more categorize myself as just a regular, degular mom in her 30s with 4 kids and a husband. I'm doing what everybody else is doing. I'm not doing nothing extra. I'm not luxury. You're not going to come here and find me shopping at Louis Vuitton. But you might find me shopping at Coach. Shoot, maybe I just asked my husband for a Michael Kors purse. And that is luxury to me, So there. So now I'm getting into my content journey. I just started posting consistently 2 weeks ago. This is my third week posting long form vlogs and for real short form content too. So the month of February, I am posting every single day for the whole month of February, 2 shorts and 1 long form vlog. So thank you for being here for today. I appreciate it. I want to just get my name out there. Okay, so I have a couple goals, right? I think like 5 goals with content when it comes to content. My first goal was to get 50 subscribers on YouTube. I'm there. I got 57 now. Yay. My second goal was to get 100 subscribers on YouTube. I'm almost there. Like I said, I have 57. My third goal was to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. My fourth goal was to get monetized on YouTube. My fifth goal was to make our yearly salary from social media alone. And that could be anything. If I can get monetized on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, that would be so cool. Maybe I'll do UGC. Maybe I'll do brand deals. I don't know. I'm still, I think I hear like a cricket. But I'm learning, I'm growing. If you have any tips, if you have anything you want to offer, if you watched some of my vlogs and you have something you want to say, something you want to add, let me know in the comments. I am so like down for growth and criticism and so let me know in the comments, subscribe so after I read your comment you can come back and see that I changed it or talked about it or did it, maybe, hopefully. What else? So my what, my when, my where. I'm in Ohio. Um, oh, we also want to buy a house. I want to buy a house. So let me tell you this. In January, we kind of cosplayed as a stay-at-home family. We had a little money saved, so we were able to live in January, use the money we have saved to help pay bills, and we got to just enjoy our family, enjoy our time together, enjoy each other, right? Um, my husband coaches high school football and he's the head coach for high school track and field, right? So besides him going to practice, we kind of didn't leave the house much. I mean, we went to the store and things like that, but one, it was really cold. Two, we just stayed at home and we enjoyed it. The kids did ask to go to like the trampoline park more often, and I think that for me as well. And we went to the library. But for me as well, something that I like, the one of the only things that I would have changed was us getting out the house. So remembering like, yes, enjoy this time together, but we could also enjoy the time outside of the house and making memories outside of the house too, you know? So that's something that I want this to be life, you know? I want this to be life. I want to wake up at 9 o'clock with my kids in the bed with me. I want to wake up and make a full breakfast every day. Um, I enjoy standing around in the kitchen and making dinners every day. You know, I enjoy these things and this is what I want. I want to be able to homeschool my kids and not worry about, well, what are they going to do when I go to work? You know, on top of I work, usually I work at 3 a.m. until 8 a.m. So by the time I get home and off of work, the kids are either waking up or they're up. If they're asleep and I try to go back to sleep, then they'll wake me up. But then I'm like tired and I'm a little cranky and I need a nap during the in the middle of the day, you know, during nap time or whatever. And I want to change that. You know, I don't want to be tired. I don't want to be cranky. I don't want to need a nap because I didn't go to sleep until 10, 11 o'clock and then was up super early to go to work and had to stay up. You know, I want to make them breakfast and I want to make make them things that they like, you know, like my oldest son, he likes brownies. I want to sit and make him brownies. I want to sneak a little vegetable powder in there or something so he can get some vegetables, but I want to make him brownies. And you know, when you're working full time, you want to do those things, but it's harder to do those things because you got to work. By the time I get home, I'm tired, but then I still got to give you a bath. I got to feed you. You know, I got to spend what time we have left together, and then we got to go to sleep and do it all again the next day. So I want to build a life where we're together. Nobody has to leave. I don't think I got that one right. Sorry. But I want to build a life that we're together. And, you know, family is the priority, and us being together is the priority. And, you know, us, you know, building a life together is the priority. And I want to get out of the rat race. I don't want my husband to have to leave, and because he'll go to work at 9, get off at 2 or whatever, and then get off at 3, go to practice then until 6, and then come home, eat dinner, and then everybody's in the bed. So like, he doesn't get to spend the time with the kids. He doesn't, you know, it's not to say he doesn't know them as much as I do, but just like everybody else, he knows them less than I do because I choose to work early mornings. I have all day with them, right? He, on the other hand, is different. He works during the day when they're up, and then he gets home and they're sleeping. And I really would like my husband to be home and enjoy the time with the kids with me. So that's why my biggest goal and my last goal is to at least make 60,000 a year, because that would be our yearly income. And I'm not trying to be rich or nothing. I just want my bills to be on autopilot, or autopilot, same thing, but auto pay, and we be comfortable. I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, I just want to be comfortable. And I'm hoping that content creation can put us in a place to be comfortable and be comfortable together. Okay, that's my why. My who, what. Oh, my what. Did I kind of. Hold on, sorry. I'm all tangled. I kind of didn't say my what, but I guess my what like would be my vibe, right? So when you come to my page, you will find daily vlogs. Right now, I'm doing a daily vlog every day of the month of February to, pick up the camera, to get more comfortable in front of the camera, to remember to pick up the camera, to get more comfortable editing, to get more comfortable with all the things behind the scenes of content creation, right? I had this whole thing planned, and it was gonna be like a, kind of like a Vlogmas, or like a Vlogtober, like you plan the whole month out and you're doing themed kind of days. But then I recorded 4 videos, and I accidentally deleted all of the footage that I had. It was all on one SIM card, or SD card, not SIM card. And I accidentally deleted all of the footage that I had. So I had to pivot, and then I was just like, okay, that's not even where we are right now. I'm not even in the position to make creative daily, activities. I'm not in that position right now. I'm in the position to learn. I'm still in the position to grow. So with that, I pivoted, and I'm just like, okay, I'm still going to do a series in February, but I'm just going to do daily vlogs. So that's where I am now. We're doing daily vlogs for the month of February. I think I've already said that, and I'm going to keep saying it so that you remember to tune in every day at 2 p.m. for a daily vlog. Besides that, when you come here, you're going to just, or how about this? Not what you're going to feel like, but what I want you to feel like. When you come to my page, I want you to feel at home. Right? That's why I say, like, hey, cousins, because I want you to feel like you're at home. I want you to feel like you're welcomed, no matter who you are, no matter where you are. I want you to not feel judged. So that I want you to feel like you can just come in and get comfortable, get cozy, and like you're just talking to a friend or a cousin. You're talking to a cousin. I listen. So usually every day I try to listen to 1 hour of like something self-help, something to better myself mentally or physically or whatever the case may be, right? So I watched an interview with Jackie Ayana, and she was like, oh, if you want to get into content creation, think of your top 3 favorite content creators, and think of why you personally like these creators, and then build yourself around these 3 creators. Don't take what they're doing, don't do what they're doing word for word, but make it yours, right? So with that, I sat down and I thought of my 3 favorite creators. Maybe not favorite creators, but my 3 creators, right? Because and I say that not my favorite only because I'm really suck at picking favorites. I don't pick favorites for anything. I'm really bad at it because I like you for this and I like you for this, right? We used to sit in the car, me, my husband, and Journey used to sit in the car, and Journey would be like, okay, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite book? And I suck at choosing favorites because I have like 10 favorite books, but I like each book for a different reason. So it's hard to say what the favorite is, but I like all 10 of these the best. I don't know. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Just like people be like, oh, you shouldn't have favorite kids. Well, I don't have favorite kids. First of all, I only got 4 kids, but each one brings something different to the universe. Each one has a different vibe. Each one of my kids are a different person. So no, I don't have a favorite kid. Each one is my favorite. So honest and so true, but they're my favorite for different reasons. Anyways, I say all that to say 3 creators that I watch and why I like them and what I hope to bring to the table from it, right? I One of the creators I watch is McKenna. I enjoy watching McKenna, and I feel like her videos are like they feel like a FaceTime call. They feel like she just turned on the camera and she is talking to a friend each time. You know what I mean? And I enjoy that. So that's something that I want to bring to the table. I hope that, like I already said, I hope that when you watch my videos, you feel like you're at home and you're talking to a cousin and you feel comfortable. Another creator that I watch is, I have to think of names. Our point of view there. Our point of view. I like them because they're a family centered. You don't see the kids much. The kids aren't that much in the content, but you can just feel the family and feel like this is a family oriented family. That's what it feels like to me, at least. And I love how I just love that. I love that I can feel that you guys are about your family. You guys are doing what's best for your family at all times, and you're not pushing your kids on the content. I don't know if that makes sense, but there's some creators that obviously we know there's creators because they're doing documents about creators. We know that there's creators that push their kids to be in front of the camera and the kids didn't necessarily want to, you know. But I resonate with their page because I want to live slow and I want to, I want to be with my family. I love my family. I want to be with my family. And so I resonate there. And from that, I take away, I hope that you feel like a part of my family. And I hope that you do feel um, as if it's important to me. I hope that you can feel what's important to me through my content. That's what it is. And then another creator that I like to watch is Zaria Coleman. Honestly, I think she's a little younger. I think her and McKenna might be the same age, but they are a little younger than me. And for Zaria, honestly, it feels like I'm watching my little sister. It feels like I'm watching my little sister, and I'm just so excited every step of the way, everything new, every laugh, every giggle, every excitement. I am just so excited for you and so happy for her. And it just feels like I'm happy for my little sister, right? But then at the same time, I just be like, oh, she's got this. Oh, she did this. Oh, yay. And then I'll just be like, oh, that I can do it too. You know what I mean? Like, oh, um, I don't know. Give me an example. Oh, she's got this pretty new car and then she wrapped her car, right? And I was so excited and it looks so nice too. I love the wrap that she did, the color. Um, and then I was just like, ooh, I want a new car. That's actually really nice. Her page to me is my little sister motivating me. So from that, I hope that you get that. I hope that you feel like, one, I do hope that you are excited for me and anything that I may do. But I also hope that you feel a little motivation, and maybe motivation might be different than other types of motivation. Like I don't want to be too preachy or anything like that. I'm not. too preachy or anything like that. But there we go. But I tend not to judge. And when I know that a lot of people are judging about something, I tend to give you a different perspective. Um, okay, I know they're judging you because of this, but think of it this way, you know? So my motivation might sound a little different than, getting new cars and things like that, and, like big things like that. But motivation nonetheless. I hope that you watch my videos and watch my content and you feel like you can do it too. I hope that I give you that encouragement and that feeling. That's pretty much it. My three creators, right? It was three. 1, 2, 3. Yes. And then to add on to that, I'm also 31 years old. So I don't know, maybe I haven't found a lot of them, but a lot of content creators that I see that come up on my YouTube feed, at least on YouTube feed, are younger moms. They're like 20s. They're still in their 20s. And there's nothing wrong with that. They're doing the dang thing, right? But I am in my 30s. I don't necessarily want to watch young girls in their 20s, or even young girls in their 20s with no kids, or older women in their 30s with no kids. I am, I want to see myself on YouTube. And so I'm doing YouTube to see myself on YouTube. Ha ha ha. How ironic is that? Okay, let's move on. My who, my what, my when, my where, my how. Okay, I don't know what my how will look like. It could, right now, it's the 2 reels a day and 1 long form vlog, but next month it could be weekly vlogs. I thought I wanted to do weekly vlogs, but I'm kind of like, I want to get my name out there, get my brand out there, so maybe weekly vlogs are the big goal. The big goal will be weekly vlogs, but for now I'm thinking daily vlogs, and then maybe I'll switch from daily to 2 times a week and then back to daily, just to, because daily vlogs could become a lot. So maybe give myself a break and do next month, do 2 a week, and then from there do daily again until I'm where I want to be, and then when I get where I want to be, maybe then I can settle down and do weekly. I don't know, but that's where I am now. That's who I am. That's why I'm doing this. That's how I'm doing this. When I'm doing this. I think I answered my who, what, when, where, how, and why. I think I'm not done. So this used to take me, I used to get done with 1 row in 45 minutes. I think it's been about 40 minutes. I'm almost done with the row. That means I'm going a little slow, but I'm also talking. Usually I don't talk, or usually the kids are talking to me, or I'm just talking to my husband. So let's keep going a little bit. What else about me? Something about me, and I said this before, I am a planner, right? I am a planner. I plan everything down to a T. But what I'm trying to learn is I don't have to plan everything, and or just because I plan doesn't mean it has to go exactly that way. I can plan something out, but I need to be able to pivot and slow down. Pivot and replan within a second or minutes. You know what I mean? Like, just like a idea, right? So, okay, I want to go on vacation. Boom. I have to plan a vacation. I have to know where we're going and how we're going to get there and how long we're going to stay, where we're going to stay, right? I have to plan these things out. You can't just, some people can. I don't have the life where I can just wake up and say, oh, we're going to Timbuktu for 4 days. I have to plan these things out. So I got a plan. You have to have a plan, in my opinion. You have to have a plan. But just because I planned that we're going to Florida and we're driving to Florida, um, when we get there, we might not like the Airbnb, so we have to pivot, right? Shoot, before we get there, I might have planned for a truck, but all they had was a minivan. All right, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna roll with the punches. We're gonna keep going. We might not like the Airbnb. Okay, how can we get, first of all, get our money back? But how can we get another? How can we get a hotel? What do we have to do? And then when you're there, maybe not plan. I like to plan something for every day, just so we have something to do, right? And we're not just like in the day, oh, what are we gonna do tomorrow? We're gonna take over the world, you know? So with that, it's just I like to plan one thing for every day. And that to me is fine. I don't have to plan every hour of the day, but to have one thing for the day so that we do get out and do something, I think it's okay. And if we don't do that thing, that's okay too. I just have to learn to. Oh, that ain't right. Look what happened. You see, it's. How did I get one string? Dang it, I think I went two. I pulled too much, pulled too hard. But yeah, I am somebody who thinks a plan is needed. But you can pivot, and I'm learning to pivot a little bit more and be comfortable in the pivot a little bit more. If if you understand what I'm saying. Okay, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and end this vlog. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you being here. I'm almost done, so we didn't have that much longer anyways. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Oh, wait. Before all of that, before I say goodbye, something else that I'm doing and I'm trying to hold myself accountable by vlogging is relaxing my nervous system, right? Working on my nervous system. One, with the planning, it's kind of like a high anxiety kind of thing. So, you plan so that you don't have the anxiety of being hit with, all right, now what? Well, I want to be able to relax. So, as you can tell, I'm crocheting. I'm learning to crochet. I can't get out and walk. It's way too cold. But I want to get out and walk. I want to get out in nature. I want to do the things that can help my nervous system, regulate my nervous system so I'm not overwhelmed, so that I'm not always high anxiety. You know what I mean? So I'm also using vlogging to help with that. Because you kind of have to slow down, like this morning I tried to film a morning routine, right? I didn't talk. I only filmed some clips, and that's okay. But we ended up running late and being late. Well, we weren't late, but we had to rush. Oh wait, we supposed to, comfortably, we're supposed to leave 2 minutes ago, but we haven't even started the car. So now, oh, come on, guys, we got to put our shoes on, grab whatever you have, let's go. And then, all right, I need you to sit down so I can put your belt on. I want to stop rushing. I really want to get out of the rat race. I want rushing to be a thing of yuck. I don't want to rush anymore. I don't want it to even be a thing to know how to rush. No, I take my time. I do what I need to, how I need to, in a timely manner most of the time. But with content, what I find is you have to slow down. You have to move the camera around. So you have to slow down, right? It takes more time to film something and do it than just do it. So that's another thing about my content. All right, now I'm really almost done now. So I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog. Again, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can be here on my journey with me. Please don't forget to comment. Let me know who you are. Yes, I'm the one putting my face on the camera and I'm the one stepping out. But I really would like to get to know you too. I would like to grow a community and grow a family oriented community. But yeah, I would like to get to know you too. It's not all about me, it's about us. We're here in this together. And don't forget to like the video because I've been seeing how many likes I got and I get so excited. But yeah, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Bye. I love you.